What's good, everybody? I'm Brian.
And I'm Ashley.
Welcome back to another episode of the Killer Point of View podcast, where horror movies and true crime are one and the same. We have our co-host Joe here with us.
Hello.
And our co-host Jamie here with us.
Hey, guys.
For our second YouTube video, today we are discussing the newly released Evil Dead Rise movie. But before we get into that, it's a few things I wanted to talk about. Martin Scorsese is producing a movie adaptation of a mystery thriller novel titled What Happens at Night. And I thought that was pretty big because of who Martin Scorsese is. He's directed some pretty big movies, classic movies. Just it kind of made me think about Steven Spielberg being Jaws, and
right.
It just made me think about having more big names like that in horror and stuff like that. But the movie, it sounds like I think it's about a couple wanting to adopt a baby, and they go to this hotel, and it's a bunch of people there, and stuff don't seem right. So
it's being listed as a horror film, or
I believe so,
or
like a thriller.
Yeah, because he's done
horror.
thrillers before. He did
he's
Shutter
done
Island,
thrillers. Yeah. Oh my god, I want to do that movie so fucking bad. Because that movie was so
it
good.
Is.
Next thing, From season 2 just came out yesterday. Me and Ashley actually just started watching the first season yesterday.
It's called From?
Yes, From. Okay. I don't even know like how to describe the show.
Creepy as fuck.
It's this small town, and some weird shit start happening at nighttime. Like
Basically,
everybody got to go in the house.
They're all trapped there, and then at night there's like things in the forest that come out, and they try to trick you and get into your house, and then they'll literally just like rip your flesh off and kill you.
I'm already sold. Is this on Netflix?
It's on MGM Plus.
Okay.
Like we literally just started. I think I'm on the second episode right now, but they can't leave the town. Like this family, they were in a.
No one can leave the town.
No one can leave the town.
Okay.
This family, they were in an RV. They came to the town, was asking for directions because they got lost.
Okay.
And then the sheriff, he was like, just follow this road and you'll see. He didn't say you'll go back to the highway. He said you'll see. So they follow this road. It's literally only one road.
Okay.
They don't make any turns, and they end up back where they started. Like there's no escaping. But this show is crazy.
Okay, and it's on MGM Plus. Okay.
Yes, like the first episode, I think last year is when it came out, and we watched, or at least I watched half of the first episode, and I liked it, but I don't know why I didn't finish it. But yesterday when we watched it, I finished the whole episode, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it sold me.
Okay.
So
I'm sounds like I'm gonna check that out.
I highly recommend it. The rest of the show could be ass. But the first
two episodes
are super good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second season just came out yesterday. So last but not least, something I know Ashley would probably like. Lionsgate, they are developing a Twilight TV series.
I don't know because it's kind of like my same thoughts with whatever they're trying to do with Harry Potter. Like we're obviously not going to get the original cast for any of this stuff. So that's a big thing, that like a takeaway for me. Because I love those movies so much, Harry Potter and Twilight, like I love those people in those characters. I love, that. So I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I just don't know for sure that, I don't know. I just don't want it to overshadow kind of that thing that I already have in my mind.
Overshadow what you mean?
Like if it's not good, I don't want to like think about it and be like, oh, well, this was shitty, and then kind of ruin the rest of it for me. I don't know.
No, I mean, they put out that Nightmare on Elm Street remake, and that doesn't do anything to the original at all for me. So
I mean, I don't know. So
I don't know. I thought it was interesting, and I thought you would like that for sure.
yeah, I mean, I'll probably watch it, I guess, and see what happens.
I don't know. I think if they did something like made it darker and like actually,
I want Edward to sparkle. I know you don't like it.
no, look, I will admit that I liked the first movie, but once they went into all that other shit, it was like, no, thank you.
But look, listen, like teenage Ashley reading those books was like
Have a blast,
everything. So,
but like my thought was like if they went, they did something like what Buffy was like. They went like a little bit into the
I'm lost
monster
right there.
stuff. Yes, you didn't watch that.
I did watch it.
No, you watched
the whole
it well
season.
after the show came out.
Well after its prime, when it should have just been left alone.
I mean, it was in that time period. You watched it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looked outdated to you. That's fine. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move into today's movie, Evil Dead Rise. Joe.
A family soon to be displaced from their condemned apartment building stumble across a sinister book with disturbing images along with a vinyl record containing an incantation that unleashes a malevolent force, placing them in a fight for their lives after it possesses their mother.
Okay, now this is obviously different from the remake and the original. I feel like I've seen at least one of the other ones, but I can't remember. My memory is really going to shit. Jamie, what do you think about like the storyline of this version of Evil Dead?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of boring in terms of the plot and like the character development and the depth of the characters. I also didn't really understand like how the beginning of the movie related to the storyline, that happens throughout the movie. I mean, I know they kind of tried to tie it in at the end, but it still just didn't make sense to me. And like the whole pregnancy storyline, they didn't really elaborate on that. So I don't really know how that, ties into it.
I think that was kind of the deeper meaning of the movie was what was her name, Beth?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
She she found out that she was pregnant, and she went to go see her sister. She obviously seemed like she wasn't ready to have a child, and then she got put in a position where she had to protect kids, and she kind of grew into that role. I feel like I feel like that was kind of the deeper meaning of the movie, but
I mean that makes sense.
I mean, at the same time, it did seem kind of random.
It did.
So,
It
like,
did.
I can see both sides of that.
It did, especially considering the type of movie this is. Based off the title, anyway. That wasn't my first, and because I haven't seen any of the trailers before watching the movie, I haven't seen any trailers, so I had no idea what this was about.
Well, that was something else I was going to say. Like, I feel like the trailer gave way too much away. Like, I'm really mad I watched the trailer. Like, I feel like it just gave away all the good parts.
I have a lot to say about that when we get to that.
Yeah.
But,
I'm like never watching a trailer again.
Joe, what do you think about this storyline?
I kind of feel the same way. I mean, it's like I think the whole movie could have gone well without the pregnancy story really being in there. I mean, I don't think it really would have made much of a difference. But overall, I think the story was all right. I mean, kind of odd how they found I guess the building used to be a bank.
Yeah.
And so coincidentally there's an earthquake, and he goes down there, and coincidentally through all that rubble he finds the book and finds the records and everything. So, but too many coincidences in my opinion.
Yeah. Agreed. Ashley.
So as far as storyline, I did kind of like that it was, I mean, not necessarily the bank, but like an apartment building. I kind of like that aspect of it. You know, and I was just reading some reviews, and I guess a lot of people didn't like that. They were like, oh no, we want creepy cabin in the woods type of thing, which I get because it is fucking creepier. But I did like that, you know, the way that they kind of made them stranded there seemed realistic, you know, like with the earthquake, the stairs got messed up and then the elevator was broken and that kind of stuff. Because I feel like, I don't know, could they not have found some other way out of those fucking woods? Like, there was only one road leading in there. Was that what it was?
I mean, to me, that's like my favorite setting in a horror movie is like
and
the
I mean,
woods.
I get it. It's fucking creepy. Like I don't want to go in the woods either. But like,
Friday the 13th, Wrong Turn, Cabin Fever, like that setting
I get
is
that.
my favorite because you can't just run next door and get help. Like you are kind of stranded out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I understand why that makes sense.
But like in the 2013 remake, I think a tree had fell over where they couldn't drive through.
Well, the only thing I remembered was the road was like flooded or something.
Well, yeah, one of those. Two.
I couldn't remember what it was. So
I think the road was
besides
flooded.
the road
Yeah.
being flooded.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I do agree that like the pregnancy thing was pretty random. The story could have, you know, they could have taken that out and it wouldn't have done anything, you know, unless they made it like demon baby or something. I don't really know. But yeah, as far as storyline, yeah, it was all right.
Okay, so I want to get everybody's like quick reaction, like as soon as they came out of the theater watching it. Okay, Ashley, you go first.
I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. I was scared. I probably jumped no less than 5 times. It did a good job being creepy as fuck.
You are such a baby.
Thank you. I really, really enjoyed the people who played the characters. I think the little girl, what was her name? Cassie. I think
Yes.
she did fucking amazing. But it kind of like Jamie had said, there wasn't a lot of like deep development on them. So I do understand that aspect. But, you know, overall, I thought their performance was good. So yeah, I would probably watch it again, even though I'm scared.
Joe, what was your reaction?
So as soon as we left the theater, I was like, wow, those seats are very comfortable in that theater.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Joe got to. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's a very pause-worthy moment. You got your good movie theater cherry popped.
Well, I feel like
Okay. Pause.
Yeah, pause. That deserves a pause.
I feel like you've been to oh shit. Don't mind me knocking things over like usual. You've been to a good movie theater before, right?
Maybe when I was a kid. Yeah.
Not with the seats like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The town we live in, the nearest theater, that's all I've known.
Okay.
So,
I
no.
wasn't sure, I guess. I guess I wasn't sure.
That's the first time I've ever been in a theater that had like reclining seats and everything, and they brought your food to you. I was like, damn, this is nice.
Those been in theaters for a few years now.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but anyway, about the movie, I thought it delivered the same gore and thrills as the first one, which I really enjoyed. I think Alyssa Sutherland's performance, the mom, was awesome. I mean, she was very Ellie. She was very creepy. She did a great job.
Yeah, it was something about her. Like, I knew she was like the one that would be possessed or whatever, but it was something about her. Like, before she got possessed, she looked weird and scary to me. I don't know. Just her face.
It took me a few minutes to realize where I'd seen her from. She was in Vikings.
Yeah, I know because I was looking up, you know, some of the stuff that they've done, some of the cast done, but I've never seen a show, but somebody at work told me about it.
Yeah,
but
I think she did a great job in that. So.
She was also in Devil Wears Prada, but she must have had like a very small role because I don't remember her at all in that.
Neither do I, but fucking good movie.
It was a good movie. I give you that. But yeah. She was creepy.
Yeah.
Like face without all the makeup and shit. Like she just seemed
I didn't think she looked
off.
creepy.
No, she seemed off.
I think she looked very intense. It's her eyes, and then I think coupled with the red hair just made her look
Well, she didn't have red hair at the beginning.
Well,
right?
no, but
didn't she dye her hair?
well, she
Yeah.
was like washing it out at one point, and then it had dried, I think. And so I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think she was dyeing it like in the beginning.
Yeah,
of the movie.
she was dyeing it. Because I remember the sister, was it the sister? Somebody makes a comment about when she has like her hair wrapped up in the towel and there's a little bit of red. Says you look like a tampon.
Yeah,
I remember.
So,
Jamie, what was your first reaction coming out the theater after seeing the film?
I mean, part of me was disappointed because I was like, I really like wanted to love it. I feel like my expectations were too high, but I mean, I was just like, well, I liked it, but I didn't love it. But like Ashley said, the little girl Cassie, played by Nell Fisher, she was so good and so adorable. And like Joe said, Alyssa Sutherland, her performance was very, very good. I thought she was very scary and very creepy. So.
My reaction was
I know what your reaction was.
please tell me.
You wanted to knock the lady's head off that was sitting by you
Oh my god.
because she wouldn't stop fucking talking.
oh, they were sitting next
Lord.
to you? I thought they were all the way at
No.
the
No,
end.
they were all the way down.
Yeah, but it sounded
damn.
like she was sitting right
Yes.
next to him. How loud she was.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was.
Now you
fucking
know why
loud.
I really don't care for theaters.
Yeah.
Especially
I
if
hate
it's
people like that.
especially if it's like a horror film or a comedy. If it's a comedy, they'll just laugh so loud and so long. It's like, okay, shut up now. I'm trying to watch this.
I've like most of the movies that I've been to in my life, I haven't really had too many bad experiences. But in the past 2 years, I mean, and this one wasn't bad. She was just annoying. Like before the movie started, like she was just talking across the theater, and it was annoying. And then like afterwards, she was saying like, basically saying it was the greatest fucking horror movie she's ever
Yeah.
seen. I was like, okay. And like she said the first one really scared her, like the original. I was like, yeah, okay.
Should have got her on the show.
No, we wouldn't been able to talk. She would have been talking the entire time. But no, yeah, that annoyed me. She didn't really talk during the movie though.
Yeah, that would
I
have
feel
pissed me
like
off.
she was. I feel like she was, or like she was making
She was
noises.
laughing. She laughed at a few things, and I was like, was that really funny, or are you just fucking stupid?
Yeah, when the mom gets shot or whatever by the old guy in the hallway.
I loved the old
Through the
man
keyhole.
too.
Oh yeah,
just-
she laughed. I
She's
heard
just
her
like
laugh.
boom, and she goes flying.
I heard her laugh. I was like, I could see if you giggled, but that wasn't laugh out loud funny.
Right.
But whatever. But no, that wasn't my reaction, Ashley.
Oh, okay. Proceed.
I had this word in my mind that you say all the time. And I found a song that's perfect for it.
Oh God.
But since we're on YouTube, it'll have to get bleeped out, or the video will go silent for a little bit. But this is how I felt about the film after watching it for the first time.
Ass.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Oh God.
That's brutal.
That's not brutal. That's just how I felt.
I mean, that's fine because
I'll tell you why. So the beginning I liked. I was surprised. The girl got her hair pulled off and half of her.
Ugh, I kind of
her
forgot
head
about that.
came
Yeah.
off. So I was surprised at that. And this kind of goes back to what you were saying, Jamie, about the trailer, because I watched the Red Band trailer after watching the movie. They showed that part. They showed the part where the girl was like floating above the water. They showed the cheese grater part. They showed a little bit of the elevator scene with the blood. They showed every fucking thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the point of watching the fucking movie? You showed everything in the trailer.
Exactly.
I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
the purpose of a trailer is to get you excited. So usually it does. The trailer do get people excited and stuff like that. But when people go see the movie, they're expecting something better than what the trailer was.
Exactly.
Definitely.
But if you showed all the best parts of the movie in the trailer, then why the fuck am I here?
And that's what leaves people disappointed, because you're like, oh my God, they're showing me all of this in the trailer. They must have something else phenomenal in this movie.
Yes.
And then you get there and you're like, I already saw this. What else are you giving me? And it's like, nothing.
Like, I don't remember, and I'm pretty sure they didn't, but I don't remember if they showed the ending to the 2013 remake of Evil Dead, you know, with the blood and all the stuff. I don't remember if they showed that in the trailer. I can't remember because that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But if they did, that would, you know, it would kind of, because that was, to me, that was the best scene of the movie. That would kind of ruin the movie for me, you know. But yeah, watching a trailer afterwards really made me hate the movie more because it's like, no, I don't know. I didn't like it. It's not a bad movie. I just didn't like it. This was my second most anticipated film of the year, next to Scream 6.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it was kind of a letdown. You said that you felt like they didn't like go into the characters more.
Well, Jamie had said that first, yeah, and then I agreed with her that there wasn't a lot of like deep, in depth, like we didn't really know shit about them.
I felt like they spent too much time on the kids. Like,
well, I feel like you know, I feel like the opening was strong, and then you had probably, you know, 30 minutes of like nothing.
Yeah,
nothing happened.
Yeah,
and then, you know, and then everything happened after that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't a story there to me. I don't think so. Because the opening had nothing to do with the movie.
Right, that's why I'm so confused. What they were trying to do with that,
other than the ending, which that didn't need to be there at all.
Yeah, I think you could have removed the beginning and the end at that with the cabin and everything.
Yeah, and
the movie would have just been normal.
Yeah, but, it would still make sense.
Yeah. I think maybe they were just trying to say that basically she did not succeed in getting rid of the evil. It just passed on to somebody else.
I mean, yeah, but we kind of know that.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. It's like it really doesn't even need to be here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Unless they're like setting it up for a sequel, I guess. But.
And I'm pretty sure they will be. I think the movie made $40 million this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to. I think Bruce Campbell said something about you know, maybe we could do you know, more movies like every few years or something like that. Which I get it, but this is nothing like the 2013 Evil Dead at all to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe that's my fault for like comparing it.
Right. I would say that the 2013 one had a better plot, in my opinion. Yes. As far as the gore and everything in this one, I think it was fairly good. I mean, when you compare it to the original, I mean, maybe too over the top. I mean, like the part where Ellie is the mom's name.
Yeah.
She bit the guy's eye out and then spit it in the other kid's mouth.
Listen.
Yeah.
Because me and Jordana from the not the Killer Point of View podcast, that's our podcast, from the Pretty Killer podcast, we was talking about it and we both said the same thing about that scene. I rolled my eyes as soon as it happened.
I was just like, give me a fucking break.
Did they really just do that?
Right.
I was like, what?
Could have been worse if they tried to make it like a 3D thing. I was like, oh, that would have made it bad.
And I don't know if it was just me, but was it too much CGI in this movie? Because I felt like the CGI was bad. Like the elevator scene where the wires was like choking her and stuff like that. It seemed like there was something off about it to me.
I don't think I noticed that one, no. But the eyeball, definitely.
Yeah, I was so fucking mad when that shit happened. I was very irritated. I was like, this movie is really just going down the fucking garbage disposal. Okay, so even though I just kind of shitted on the movie, memorable moments. Jamie, what was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene was probably like the whole peephole scene, where Ellie's talking to Cassie through the peephole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that
I think that was creepy.
Yeah, that was creepy.
And I believe that was in the trailer. That's kind of what made it creepy. Looked like it was gonna be a creepy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, she had that scary face, but she was talking all polite and shit.
Yeah, I think even in the trailer, the daughter's like, "You don't look so good." Mom's like, "No, she don't. The door's staying locked."
Mommy's having a bad day. Yeah, that was a really creepy scene.
Yeah.
Ashley, what was your favorite scene?
Probably when she put the motherfuckers in the wood chipper, because I didn't like the fucking, I don't even know what to call that.
It looked like a spider.
They that's probably why I hated it so much. They all morphed together into one big blob, and no, gross. So I mean, also kind of makes me want to have a wood chipper on hand, but
that's not something you have on hand.
Well, I mean, I could put it in the garage and keep it for later. You can't just
put it in the fucking living room.
No, but put it in the garage. Save it for later.
No. Joe, what was your favorite scene?
One of my favorite scenes was Bridget swallowing the glass in the kitchen, and it actually showed the glass I was like, oh gosh, that looks painful.
That was a little. Yeah, I like that. I mean, mine was when the credits started rolling, but
yikes.
No, favorite scene. I really don't know. I like the elevator scene, but it reminded me of The Shining.
Yeah, that instantly with the blood in the elevator coming out, I was like Shining.
Yeah,
instantly.
that's all I could think about when that happened. I like the ending when when they were in the parking garage place.
I have a question about that scene. What was the meaning behind her taking the chainsaw with her when they left?
Just paying homage to the franchise.
I guess, yeah, because it was just like she was gonna leave it, and then she just realized, oh, I'm taking that. I was like, why?
Yeah, it's just them paying.
I mean, granted, it's Los Angeles. You're probably gonna need something when you walk down those streets. But
oh yeah, this movie takes place in a different state. The last one was Michigan. I thought that was because they don't really say anything outside of I think Beth said something about the LAX airport or something like that. So
I think also when what's his name, the son is listening, Danny, when he's listening to the vinyl record, I think the priest in there says something about them being in LA.
I must have missed that part.
Yeah. Says City of Angels or whatever, so which is what LA is known as.
Right. Yeah, I mean the ending was cool, I guess. I mean, by that point I was over the movie, so it was too late for me.
So you were over the movie. So when would you say you were like, come on, roll the credits, I'm done with this?
I mean, that eyeball scene really irritated the fuck out of me.
Damn.
But it might have been before that, because kind of like what Jamie said, it was like a 30-minute period where nothing was really happening at all. And then the fucking earthquake happened. Then you find a book, which if you fall into a bank, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not looking for a fucking book.
Well, no, that's what he was doing. He was looking through the safety deposit boxes first.
I know, but I'm not taking a book back with me.
Might be worth some money. I think that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, he had said something about, that their mom could use the money.
Yeah, he thought maybe it would be an antique, which, yeah, it looked like one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'd be trying to figure out how to get that vault open.
I feel like some of the characters, they did too many. I was really tired of Beth asking if Ellie was okay. No, she's not okay. She fucking, I don't know what she was making in the damn frying pan with all the eggs, and she was just doing too many weird things.
Right.
No, she's not okay.
Right.
Stop asking. Yeah, I was just kind of over it. Probably around the middle of the movie, I was just done. It wasn't keeping my interest.
So if I can ask,
they focus too much on the kids. To me, I think that was the biggest problem.
So if you could pick, who do you think's characters was off or the acting wasn't good? I mean, was there a least favorite character? Is what I'm asking.
I don't think anybody did a bad job acting wise. Like to me, it was just a story.
Just the story.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did a bad job. I know Ashley said that the little girl Cassie did a really good job, and I feel like there were moments where it seemed like they was trying to shield her from seeing certain things.
Yeah,
I mean, because a kid shouldn't be watching that stuff anyway.
It was everywhere though. It was carnage everywhere.
But I feel like I felt like they were doing that with the movie. Like they would show a little bit of something and then it didn't really lead to anything. Like I thought the cheese grater scene would lead to something better. Mm-hmm. Like they would do something better than just scrape her leg with a fucking cheese grater. Also, when Ellie had bit Beth on the hand or stabbed her in the hand, and then she had attacked her daughter. She was about to tattoo her eye or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And Beth was wrapping up her hand instead of fucking trying to get her off the little girl.
Right.
I was like, yeah, you're not going to be you're not looking good to be a good mother right at this moment in that scene.
Right.
Because that shouldn't have been your first thought to wrap your hand up. But yeah. I think some of the characters made some stupid mistakes, but it's a movie.
Right.
But I think the story for me was where it kind of fell apart, I'd say. Let's move on to, I guess we kind of compared it to the 2013 version already. But I don't know. Ashley, what do you think? How does it compare to the remake, 2013 remake? Because I think we all agree that that's the best Evil Dead of the franchise.
Yeah, I can easily say that.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
In that aspect, that one's obviously better.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't really know how else to compare them because, it wasn't exactly
like
the same.
Like how did the kill scenes in this film hold up against the kill scenes?
No, the 2013 ones were just more brutal and intense, and this one didn't really hold up on that front. But just the biggest thing for me is like, my mind is blanking on her name from the 2013 one, the main chick.
Mia?
Yeah. She was obviously fucking terrifying in that movie. Creepy as fuck. But I think that she was equally as terrifying in this movie. What was her name? Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was like a big thing for me, was that she was still scary as fuck.
See, I felt like when you compared them, I feel like the makeup or like the makeup on Mia in the 2013 one it looked more realistic, and then this one it looked, I don't think it was CGI, but it didn't look that great to me. Like it looked fake. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. I
mean, I didn't really notice it, but you were over here talking about CGI stuff, and I was like, I can't even tell when that's happening. So,
I mean, well, you can tell some things are fake.
Well, obviously, but I'm not looking at it like, wow, that looks like shit. I can't notice that stuff. So, yeah, to me, like, unless I go look up like, a close up picture or whatever, then I thought it looked okay. But
I mean, it was some scenes that did look good, but like certain scenes I was like, but again, I was kind of over the movie, so maybe I was just trying to find things I didn't like about it. Joe, what do you think? How does this movie compare to the 2013?
2013 one's definitely better. I thought it was more creepy. Like Ashley was saying, the gore was, I liked the kills in the 2013 one better. Obviously, because like I was saying, the eyeball into the kid's mouth kind of a thing, that was like, give me a damn break. whereas in the first one, the 2013 one, it was like the girl with the needle in the guy's face. I mean, that stuff was like, that's realistic. That was creepy.
I also didn't like how they showed because two people died like off screen, like the old guy with the shotgun, and one of the kids, right?
Yeah, one of the kids got, I think, his arms torn off.
Yeah, like they didn't even show how they died. I was like, how do you not show that in a movie called Evil Dead? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I was getting really irritated. Jamie, what do you think? How does it compare to the 2013 remake?
Well, I mean, I absolutely love the 2013, so it really doesn't compare. I like the setting more in 2013, and like you said, like just the kills, just everything. I don't know, everything in 2013 was better. Even though I did think Ellie, like I said, I thought she was scary and creepy. But I just didn't love this movie compared to 2013.
She was, like I said, I don't think anybody did a bad job acting wise.
No.
That scene where she was in the tub and stuff with the water, like she had jumped out the water and was like hanging on the wall or some shit.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I
was like, yeah. Why are y'all still trying to like help this woman?
Right,
drown her ass and leave. Get the fuck out of there. But yeah, it has some good scenes. Like I said,
yeah,
I don't think it was a bad movie. I just didn't like it.
Just, I think we all, like you said, we all really liked 2013. So I think we're just, we're comparing it to that. And
yeah,
maybe if 2013 never existed, we would think this was great. I don't know.
Yeah, and
probably
it's like with the movie, especially at the end with the girl who gets possessed in the end.
Yeah,
at the very end, then goes to the cabin and kills her two friends. She was in the apartment during all of that shit, and she didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And granted, she was probably, I think she was on a different floor. Okay, so maybe, and there was a thunderstorm because she said it kept her up all night. But it was just like, really, you didn't hear any screams, you didn't hear the gunshots.
How do you hear a thunderstorm and not hear fucking elevator drop, chainsaw, gunshots? Like you don't hear any of those things.
Yeah, paper thin walls in those apartments. She would have heard something.
Yeah, the fucking earthquake. Did she say something about the earthquake?
I think she did. I mean, earthquakes, that's typical in LA, so.
Yeah, but like...
people probably don't think that much of them when they happen.
I mean, that wasn't a small earthquake.
No, it was bad, but...
Yeah, and I don't like how they try to tie that into the beginning because, I mean, we don't care about the characters in the beginning because they were literally there for 2 minutes.
Right.
So, I mean, what does...
Yeah.
Like, if it would have been characters from the last movie, that would have been a little bit different. Somehow, but...
Yeah, so, and that's the other thing. So this is obviously not a sequel to the first one. Yeah, because I was about to say, how are these... So these are two separate books, or it's just two different...
It's the same book, just not the same story. I think I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, because that would have been interesting if somehow they took the beginning and the end scenes where that they basically show how that book maybe ended up at that cabin.
Yeah,
that would have maybe that would have been a little better, but yeah,
and that's what I thought they were going to do,
right?
Like when it was getting to the end, but really it was just her being possessed and going to the cabin. So the book is still at the apartment or whatever the fuck,
right?
Yeah.
And like I didn't care for that the setting being in the apartment. It just not with this type of movie. I really like the cabin in the woods type of vibe for this movie. Fear factor. Let's move on to that. Ashley, on a scale of 1 to 10. You kind of said you were already scared.
Yeah, probably like a 9.
Really?
Yes, I was scared. Because it's always, I'm not scared of fucking Michael Myers chasing me with a fucking knife, but I'm scared of the paranormal, the demon shit. That stuff scares the fuck out of me. Like I wouldn't watch this movie by myself. I wouldn't. I was fucking scared. Okay, and then like I just keep thinking about it afterwards and make myself more scared. And Like fucking last night when we were watching that show, you fell asleep and I turned on fucking Hell's Kitchen because I couldn't.
You are such a baby.
I can't help it. Okay, it scares me. So I'm gonna go with a 9. I know that you guys aren't really a fan of the actual location. I did like it because it was just something different. But I also think that it did a pretty good job at being creepy, despite the fact that it was, in an apartment building. And then obviously Ellie was, she did a great job. So.
Okay. Joe?
Scale 1 to 10, right?
Yeah.
I'd give it maybe a 3. I mean, obviously, it's like I've said before, scary movies don't really scare me that much anymore. Performances were good. There were some eerie scenes, like her, like you said, she was climbing out of the bathtub. She was on the ceiling. That was a little creepy.
Yeah.
Plenty of gore. So, but yeah, just not scary to me. So I'd give it a 3. It was kind of creepy, but yeah.
Jamie?
I think for 2013, I said 5. So I would just go like a little bit below that and say a 4. So I don't think it was as scary as 2013, but it still had, creepy moments.
Yeah, I agree. It was some creepy moments. I'm going to give it a 1 because
I'm surprised you even gave it that.
I found this on the
damn watch. Yeah, I'm trying to be somewhat nice. I mean, it didn't do anything for me scare wise. It was creepy moments, but only because I know that they were trying to be creepy in those moments. It didn't. Mm-hmm. It didn't do anything for me. Yeah, this movie is such a disappointment for me. So yeah, I'll give it a 1 as far as scare goes. Now let's move into rating the movie. Ashley,
I'll probably go with
overall. What do you think?
With a safe 7. Like I said, I stand by the fact that I would watch it again, even though it was fucking scary. I really enjoyed the acting. I liked the setting. The storyline was a tad boring because there just wasn't enough there. But yeah, we'll go with 7.
Joe?
When I first sat down here before we started recording, I had it at an 8, but as we talked about it, it dropped to a 6.
Please don't let us.
No, it dropped to a 6 because the plot I didn't care for the plot really in this one. The setting, I can understand how they were trying to make that creepy because it's like, safety is kind of like just beyond the building, but you're stuck in the building.
Right.
So I can understand how they were trying to make that, unsettling, that was a good attempt, but I prefer the woods. I think that's creepy. But yeah, 6 just because plot wasn't the greatest. Setting was but I mean, it definitely gets a 6 just because the gore was pretty good. There were some creepy scenes and everything. And like I said, I think the cast did a great job.
Okay. So 7 and a 6. Jamie, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, immediately after I left the theater, I always write something in my head. So immediately leaving the theater, I said a 7. Like I said before, that's like my go-to rating when I like the movie. I'll watch it again. I didn't love it. I definitely want to watch this movie again because I want to see if I feel any different watching it again. But yeah, 7.
Even though I didn't like the movie that much, I don't think it's a bad movie. I do plan on watching it again. It did have some, a couple good scenes. It was really gory, for sure. I do think that the cast did a good job acting wise. To me, it really was just the story of the movie just didn't make sense to me at all. I will give it a 5. Just kind of in the middle. Maybe my second viewing will tip it one way or the other, but it probably will not get past the 7 ever. So, I don't even really compare to the remake in my mind at all. And even though I didn't see any of the trailers, I was still hyped for the movie. Just from the pictures alone, looked really good. But it was just a letdown for me. It's pretty much all I got to say about that. But everybody said they would watch it again, though, right?
Yeah, I'd give it another shot.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I guess that's all you can hope for, really. You know, when you're making a movie, is that people will want to watch it again. So, yeah, I would still recommend people go watch the movie. I just know for me,
and I feel like people should watch it in the theater too, because I feel like, I don't know, like the sound and everything.
Yeah, I was about to say,
was pretty cool.
The beginning was loud as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the movie was loud, I thought.
Yeah,
No
I would
kidding.
agree.
You didn't like that joke?
Yeah.
That was loud as fuck in that theater. Damn, dude.
Yeah, the beginning was loud as hell. I was like,
Why was that the theater's fault or was that the movie? I mean, it was really loud.
yeah,
I think it was the movie,
Yeah.
because, I mean, it was like that for me, too.
I think it was the movie.
Damn.
Like when they were kind of zooming through the woods or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, are we going to get there sometime soon? Because my fucking eardrums are about to bust.
Right. I thought I was already partially deaf. Damn.
I was like, holy shit. I thought the lady a few seats down was loud as hell. She was so goddamn excited after the movie. I was glad for her though, like, you know, to come out of a movie theater and really have fun. You know, I was happy for her. I just didn't feel that
that's
same
awesome
way
for her.
Yeah, for her it was awesome. Well,
This was also the first time I went to the movie theater by myself, so.
oh really? How was that?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Like, I feel like there was probably only like, I don't know, 6 or 8 other people
Oh shit!
in the theater. So, no, it was nice though, because I went Friday during the day. I went at like 11 o'clock in the morning. So
That was the same as us. Yeah.
yeah.
We caught the
So
11
I don't know. I liked it. I was like, well, I could do this again.
Now, see, if the movie was like really scary to you, and you go see it by yourself, and there's only a couple people in there,
Right.
that shit is not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun at all. But yeah, it's fun going to the movies by yourself, I think.
Yeah. I've done it
Yeah,
before.
it was good.
I've seen quite a few movies by myself at the movie theater. Yeah, that's cool. So you went to the movie theaters for the first time by yourself. Joe went to
Yeah.
An actual movie theater.
an actual movie theater for the first time. Yeah, it was some great experiences. Do anybody have anything else about the movie?
I don't have anything about this movie, but I wanted to say that it looks like Scream 6 is coming to Paramount Plus tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
Yeah,
You get to see it, Joe.
I figured it wouldn't take long for them to put it
Yeah.
out on something.
That didn't take long at all. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it was just last month it came out.
but that's what I'm saying. I told you
Yeah.
that. Like, they don't do that anymore. You don't go see a movie and then have to wait 5 months for it to come out on DVD. Now it's either the movie already comes out on a streaming service or at the theater and then a couple weeks later on a streaming service. They really don't hold on to it that long anymore.
I think it's because there's
Yeah.
so many movies coming out. Because some movies will stay in the movie theater for like 2 months, 3 months.
I think it's also because I haven't seen the numbers, but I don't think people are buying, actual, movies anymore. They're
DVDs?
just, they're just buying it on streaming
I mean,
service or
that's
something.
that's true also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, it doesn't take as long to, mass produce them and distribute them. It's just, all right, put it on the streaming service. So.
That is true. Because I really liked Scream 6.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, that's on my agenda for tomorrow. Because I really did like Scream 6. Before we get off here, I came across an article, and it was talking about like the 5th movie in a franchise being like one of the best ones, and it had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 on there, which I agree with.
Nope.
Wait, that was the fifth one?
The fifth movie in the franchise, just a part of the franchise. It's a remake, but it was the fifth Texas.
That's what I'm saying. There's 4 other ones before that?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought there was only one.
Oh, shit. What's his name? Matthew McConaughey was in either the second or third one. I can't remember.
Shit, I did not know that.
That was
What have I been doing?
That was like at the very beginning of his career.
I'm sorry. I've been failing you for.
I don't want to watch those ones anyway, so it's okay. Don't feel bad.
Maybe that's why I haven't showed you, because I know exactly who you are.
Exactly. There's no point in trying to force me to watch it because I don't want to.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I think the Hellraiser that came out in 2000, which I don't think I've ever seen. I know I haven't seen all the Hellraiser movies. Damn, what was the other one? Scream 5 was one, and I highly disagree with that.
They said it was the best?
One of the best in the franchise.
Oh, no. I mean, not compared to 1, 2, 4, and 6, no.
Yeah, like out of the 6 movies, I think Scream 5 would be...
would be 5.
Yeah, it would be 5.
In my opinion, yeah.
4 would be 6. 5 would be 5. To me, anyway. So I don't see how that's one of the best. What's the other one? Final Destination 5 was another one, which I agree with.
Oh yeah, I saw. I guess there's a rumor that they're making a 6th one.
A Final Destination?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that I had saw something similar when we had talked about Final Destination 2. Was that they were talking about another one?
Yeah, I think I even got a. I don't know if it's a fan made movie poster, but I think I got a poster of it, of the upcoming one. I'll have to send that to you.
That could be fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I really like those. But I also really like the ending of 5 and how it tied back to the first one. So I hope they don't fuck it up.
if they called us, we'd have a good script for them.
Oh, the plane idea?
Yeah, the plane idea.
I mean, that would be a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
I do like that a lot. Now, if it is that, then
not if this is an actual like official movie poster. Like I said, I don't know if it's fan made or not. I just sent it to you, but no, it looks like it's. I don't know. It looks like it has to do with a forest fire or firefighting or something like that.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah,
look pretty cool.
Yeah,
that looked pretty cool. But Evil Dead Rise, the one that just came out, obviously. This is the 5th movie in the franchise, and they were saying that this one was one of the best. Which, I mean, I won't argue because I can't remember 2 or 3, and the first one was really a horror comedy to me. So, but yeah, I thought that list was, well, I thought it was funny because Scream. I don't think Scream 5 deserves to be there, but I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Do we have anything else?
There is a synopsis for Final Destination 6 on IMDb.
Oh.
Yeah, it says it's in pre-production status, and it says, as a group of first responders escape death's grasp, they start to be killed by increasingly unlikely and killer mishaps. So, looks like it's definitely happening.
Good deal.
Probably come out in the next 2 years, 3 years, probably.
I'll bet 2 years, yep.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Slasher, TikTok, everywhere.
Podcasts. Previous episodes are available on Spotify and Apple and wherever else you listen to podcasts.
Yes. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that goody stuff.
Leave a comment, share with friends.
Do all that stuff. And also check our first YouTube video, which is the Better Evil Dead, that came out in 2013. And just remember that there is a thin line between horror movies and true crime. Good night.